Some people you meet and they're a hugger. First thing they're going to do, hey, come here. Oh, I need to give you a hug.
Hey, I'm Trav. Back in 2010, I got hit hard with chronic fatigue syndrome, only 6 months after starting my new personal training business. I've spent the last 8 years researching and experimenting with my body to help get back to my best and beyond. I'm now sharing my story and my strategies with you so you can get back to living the life you love.
Hey, Trav here, holistic health and lifestyle coach, helping you make your comeback. Today, I am talking about how physical touch, especially hugs, improves your immune system. Now, this is really important because a healthy immune system equals a healthy human. So the better we can get your immune system work, the better it's going to just start looking after you. But it's going to take some work. So here are 4 ways physical touch is going to help you heal. Number 1, it helps you relax. So think about the first time you meet somebody, and for me, I'm generally shaking their hand straight away. And I really make an effort to do this. I used to be super awkward and hate shaking hands with people. But now, as soon as I meet someone, hey, how you going? Nice to doing. Now there's a human connection. Now it's not just talking with, it's just a little bit more. You build a bridge between the two people. And all of a sudden, it's just like, oh, hey, how you going? And it's hard to even say, but it's something that you'll experience. And I'm sure you have experienced. Sometimes you shake hands with someone and it's just like, whoa, wow, I like their energy. Sometimes you don't like their energy. Sometimes you get a really weird handshake and it kind of gives you a really weird feeling about the person. But a lot of the time, just having that touch, it helps you relax. Some people you meet and they're a hugger. First thing they're going to do, hey, come here. Oh, I need to give you a hug. Oh, wow. They're really nice. Oh, I needed a hug. And all of a sudden, oh, I feel more connected to this person instantly. Just helps you relax, takes that barrier away. I know this is not all the time, but a lot of the time. Which leads us on to number 2. The hug really, or the physical touch, full stop, just creates comfort in both people. As I said, most of the time. Sometimes some people aren't huggers, they don't like physical touch at all, and this could be because of something that happened in their past, or maybe they're just a very private person, they don't like that. But most of the time, just that shaking of hands, the hug, a tap on the shoulder, a pat on the back, an arm around the shoulder, it just allows the other person to relax and just feel connected, feel like they're included, feel like they're part of something. And for someone who's suffering from chronic fatigue or fibromyalgia, quite often you're in an isolated world where you isolate yourself, you withdraw away from people because you just don't have the energy for most people a lot of the time. But all of a sudden, this physical touch, it just brings you back in and makes you feel included again. And that's a big deal. I know it certainly was a big deal for me. So, number 3, physical touch allows for a transfer of energy between people. So this is one of those unspoken things. And I mentioned this earlier where sometimes you meet someone and all of a sudden, just wow, they got great energy. Wow, that lifted me up. But on the same token, there are people that you meet and they're just a drain on your energy. So we have this transfer of energy. Now, once you can be aware of that and what sort of energy the other person brings, this can be very important in how much time you spend with someone, or if you're going to engage in physical contact with them in whatever manner, okay? So, yes, it allows for a transfer of energy. So this is something to think about in terms of, right, I'm going to give this person a hug or they're going to give me a hug. Are they going to take my energy from me? Am I going to be taking energy from them? Or is this one of those interactions where we're going to allow it to be a mutual exchange of energy, this harmonious thing where we both build each other up? I'm loving you, you're loving me, and we are feeding each other's, I guess, love cycle, and this just lifts us both up. Now, this is the ideal situation. It is something that you really need to take a lot of care on being aware of. I know that when I was really run down, that for me, the hug, and I just felt like I was collapsing, and I might be just unconsciously just sucking some energy out of someone. Now this may be okay with some people. You know, there's people you meet who are super high energy and they've got plenty of energy to give. So you give them a hug and they're happy to just give, no problem. But someone else who's also suffering, you got to be very careful. You don't want to be hugging them, spending too much time in that physical touch, arm around the shoulder, whatever it is, where you're draining their energy when they may not have a lot either. They may not be as conscious of you. So it is just something to be aware of, that there is a transfer of energy between people where physical touch is involved. Number 4, physical touch, especially hugs, can heal old wounds. Now, these wounds could be something like not being hugged enough as a child, not feeling loved or feeling wanted as a child. So, and I'm going to talk about hugs, especially with this part, is sometimes in any of those situations, not being hugged enough, not feeling loved, not feeling wanted, a hug can just charge you up and start to heal those old wounds, make you feel included. A hug with the right person can just shift stuff for you on an emotional level that's way under the surface and I guess bring you back to life almost. Now it's again one of those things that's very hard to convey in words. It is something that you have to feel, and you may feel that at some stage. But I know there are certain people in my life where I hug them and man, it is just like magic to my soul. I don't know what it's doing, but I just feel, I don't know, I feel so relaxed and I feel so normal that it's just, I don't know, taking layers away from maybe stuff that happened when I was a child, maybe just feelings that I had of not being included. You know, I was a scared, awkward kid and I always felt like I was on the outside. I didn't really feel like I was included. So maybe it's just taking that sort of thing away. I don't know, but I can certainly feel something happening. So this may be something that is important for you too. Now, there are some people that just don't have a lot of friends, don't get a lot of physical contact or what have you. Now this can be kind of tough, but you know what? There's always someone out there who is a hugger, who wants to hug you, who wants, like they're just overflowing with love and they've got to be able to give it to somebody else. And you may find someone like that who just can hold you. And they can do it on a regular basis. And that might be something that is paramount to your recovery and just to your overall health, helping you to build up your immune system, but also taking away some of that old scars from the past, bringing your energy up, leaving you feeling fresh. You know, especially on those bad days, you know, those really nasty days where you just feel like the world is caving in and everything is falling down around you. A good hug like that, you go home just feeling like $1 million. You know, you're just so light, feeling so full of love, and yeah, you just sort of float into the evening. Maybe you sit on the couch and watch the TV and you're so relaxed, and you go to bed and you have the best sleep you've had in ages. It's funny, I'm talking about this now and I'm kind of getting all tingly through my palms because I'm kind of going back into that space of those times when I think about that and I'm just like, wow, yes, that calm sense of serenity. So if you can do this over the next month, you could be an instigator, the person that always shakes hands, the person that always hugs. You could do that. And you can choose to be that person if you want to be. When someone wants to hug you, you can let them. You can give them that hug back. You can be aware of not draining their energy or them not draining your energy and just being harmonious with that person. You can be that person that high-fives everybody, that puts an arm around their shoulders, like pats them on the back, hey, you're doing great. It might be so small, but it can be so big and beneficial for that person that they may not even realize it. You can be the light in this situation. And you know what? That light also helps to light you up too. So, physical touch, very important. If it's not something that is part of your life or you're not getting a lot of it, then seek it out. Find some way to be able to make it work. There is always a way. If you're not sure about this, talk to somebody. Talk to a friend. They may be able to point you in the right direction. Oh, this person I know, such a hugger. Maybe you want to spend a little bit of time with them. They might look out for you. They might be able to give you this experience that helps to lift you up and makes you feel a whole lot better. It's an idea, something to look at, and it is something that definitely helps. So spend some time thinking about this physical touch thing over the next month and just see what happens in the situation. You never know, but it'll certainly help lift you up. If you like this and you want more tips like this, you can grab your free cheat sheet from conquerchronicfatigue.com. The link is in the description. You will get answers to the most common questions that I have been asked on how to recover from chronic fatigue and fibromyalgia. Now, this took me years to put together. Tons of research, over $150,000 spent in my own recovery and research courses, all sorts of things to find the answers to these questions. I'm going to give them to you for free because I want to help you get back to your best. So, go make your comeback and we'll talk again soon.